Now is not the time. Have you heard the self-limiting belief? Have you used it? I think we all have. Roll it. Welcome back to another video where we've been exploring self-limiting beliefs. And in this video, we're looking at this whole idea behind now is not the time, which relates to many videos so far in the series. I'll link that above and below. I expect you to binge watch it. Now is not the time is one of those things that's either true, but usually false. People will use this excuse non-stop. Now is not the time. They use it so much that it becomes a self-limiting belief. And then they complain about change never happening. Things never happening. We're never seeing things move forward. Yet they always do the same thing each day. Doesn't matter what day it is, they're gonna keep doing it. And when the time comes and they need to change, well, they're either gonna get psyched and somebody's gonna be pushed and they're gonna actually go do it, or 95% of the time they're gonna pass whatever's going on, their emotions will go away, and then they'll simply go back to that comfort level. And comfort level is what this is. You're sitting in your shell, you're not allowing yourself to break through, and you're focused on the emotions that come with any change that is coming your way that you need to do. It's inevitable. People need to grow. People need to change. And you're gonna have to change at some point in any one thing that, we as humans need to grow through, change through. And I see this a lot with people that are either in business or dealing with personal aspects that they just can't seem to jump over that hump. In business, we see it each and every day. Now's not the time. Well, when is the time? Did you make a plan for when that time will be? Is there a reason that's logical for it, or is it an emotional one? Is it a hunch? Is it like one of those gut instinct feelings? Hey, I shouldn't make videos. I shouldn't, under no circumstances, take an hour to write something because, my writing may suck or whatever. This is the truth of it. Everybody says now is not the time. And especially in big business, I talk to, so many people and nothing's really changed in the corporations that, that are structured in a way where they're moving forward in one direction. They're not really making changes that they need to make changes towards. And the idea is very simple. The world's changing. You need to change too. And the corporations that are really, structured in a way, they need to go through a whole bunch of processes to get through. And a lot of the times, subordinates will be like, hey, we need to be doing this. And they go, no, now's not the time. Keep doing what you've been doing. And even though as a person that lives in the world, change has to happen. So why would you expect small business or business owners to be any different unless change has to occur? In personal life, well, what do you think happens? In the personal life stuff, well, people are the same. They want to go to the gym, but now's not the time. They want to eat healthier, now's not the time. They want to date again, but now's not the time. I've gone through it and everybody else has gone through it. This is simple economics of life. Everybody will go through this. The question is, how do we stop this from really running our lives? Not many people can equate this to laziness, but really it's procrastination. This is what this is. And the procrastination is caused by fear of change, fear of what will occur. And a lot of the time they'll say, it's not the time, and then they kind of push it aside so they don't have to deal with the emotions that are coming out of it. Now this is really based on people who have not logically and structurally thought through why now is not the time. And they can't give you a good explanation, they give you excuses. So for those ones that say not the time on something, well, if you have structurally walked through this, well, you're good to go. So here's what I want you to do when you start saying this a lot. Ask yourself, was the emotion that came through first, or was it the logic? And what in this plan was the defining factor? Was it the emotion that carried through, or was it the logic that came through? Step 2 is ask yourself, if now's not the time, when will be the time? And this is important. If it's an emotional run, you have to really ask yourself that, write it somewhere and walk away and come back to it when the emotions are gone. Because they're gonna ask you these set of questions that you really need to ask yourself. Why do you feel the way you feel? What is the driving factor behind not saying what you want to say, which is just do it? And then, of course, if now's not the time, when will be the time? logically, a series of reasonings, not excuses, reasoning. Now in this process, our third step is very simple. We want to ask ourselves, out of all of this, what good will come from us not doing something, and what good will come out of us not doing something? And through this process, we're going to ask ourselves, what good is going to come from not doing something? And of course, what bad will come from not doing something? What are we losing on? What negative aspects are attributed by not doing it? Of course, if it was a logical thing, well, now we can really answer that question very simply. And we can actually see the good factors as to why now's not the time and when will be the time. However, if it's not the case of logic and it's emotional, really the only good thing you have is that this fear thing that we have over here, the self-limiting belief, well, naturally that is the only good thing. I don't need to leave my comfort zone. I don't need to step into the world and feel the pain of that fear, the what if questions that accompany it, and I can keep doing what I'm doing. This is how you will know that, hey, I think it's maybe time I start focusing on now's not the time as a self-limiting belief that's stopping me from what I'm doing, and really turn it around and focus on what do I need to do to really build up my confidence and break the shell, jump through and get moving in the right direction. My name is Nikos Rentas. This is mentorsapproach.com. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Of course, hit the subscribe button to get your daily motivational idea, get you moving in the right direction, of course. When was the last time you said now's not the time? Was it an emotional, fear-based kind of reasoning, or was it logic? How did it turn out for you? And what would you do differently? Because who knows, somebody might relate to what you are commenting on, and you might help change a life.